This is Radio K, Real College Radio, and I'm here with Kiwi Jr. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk to us. And just tell me about what have you been up to at South by recently?
Well, we got in very early yesterday,
Yeah.
and we played very late that night, and so we've been kind of dragged through the mud for the past 36 hours.
Yeah.
So hopefully trying to get some sleep after this. And,
Well deserved, yeah.
And yeah, it's been okay.
Because you've also been touring a lot recently, right?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And you were in Europe?
We went to Europe in September.
September, okay.
And we're going to go back, hit up some countries that we missed last time in, I think, August this
Super
summer.
cool. What was that experience like for you?
That was a great tour. We do, I don't know if we do better over there, like at crowd sizes, but like we have more fun over there. You know, the experience is very different.
Yeah, how so?
Well, you know, they have like great backstage areas. They feed you dinner. They take good care of you. Sometimes they put you up in a hotel.
Wow.
Whereas here, sometimes you get bossed around as soon as you show up to the venue, and it's like, these are the rules.
Yeah.
Don't leave your stuff in the hallway. It's fire code.
Okay.
And we need you guys out by 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's a little looser, and everybody's just kind of chilled out a bit.
That's nice. Well, that leads me to my next question. Out of all the places you've been to or played at, what's been your favorite in the past year?
We had a really great show in Belgium this past September, and I thought it was a good one mainly because I didn't know a single person in Belgium would have even heard of us or anything, and we thought there was going to be no one at the gig, but when we got there, it was sold out or close to it.
That's awesome.
And it was just so surprising, and it felt really great.
Yeah, besides just good, how did that feel knowing that you carry weight in Belgium and like other European countries?
Yeah, and I don't even know if they were that familiar with our music, but
Yeah.
they just were excited about a rock band coming, you know.
That's sick. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but you started kind of putting music on Spotify in 2019?
Our first record came out in 2019, yeah.
Yeah. So now, 2023, you've had a couple more from Football Money to now Chopper. How has production changed? Like the way you're writing songs, has that changed? How have you kind of grown as a band over the years?
Things have definitely changed. With your first record, you know, you have so long you can just pick at it. For, I think, 8 months, 6 months maybe, we were recording that record. We would just go into the studio 1 week, take a few weeks off, listen back, you know, go in and make changes. Whereas, you know, the second record we did right in the middle of lockdown, and so that was different for a whole slew of other reasons.
Yeah.
And the new one, same sort of thing, where you just have time blocked. You know, you have 2 weeks to make a record, and it's definitely a different feeling.
Yeah, that's crazy. So 2 weeks to make a record. Is it stressful? Kind of what are some more emotions that go into that? Are you all rushing at certain points, or are you still able to kind of do what you want with this album?
No, it's stressful, and there are some fun parts, like when you get something right.
Yeah.
You know, it feels great. But when you're working with a deadline, and that's just because, you know, you have a label and you have to meet like certain manufacturing deadlines, or else you know your record's not going to come out on vinyl for another year, or
right.
You know, when you want it to be done. So if you're working with a pretty tight window, it's definitely stressful. You know, it kind of feels like writing an exam where you're like on the clock and you're like, I gotta just turn this in now. I think I did okay, but
let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. That's one thing I think a lot of people don't really know about, like, musicians who are actively putting out music. What are some more things that you don't think maybe the general public knows about the life of a musician or a band?
I don't know that, like, we still all have day jobs.
Yeah.
And so the music side of things just takes up all your other time. So, you know, I don't think a lot of people think when they go to see a concert that these guys just got off work and came immediately to soundcheck and load in and didn't have time to eat.
Right.
And, you know, it can be stressful.
Of course.
I feel like I'm just complaining about this
whole
thing.
No. But I do, one question I've always been curious about, it was just brought to my attention. I heard a good gift to give a touring artist would be socks, a fresh pair of socks. Do you agree with that or not?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great?
Yeah. Socks, clean T-shirt,
Yeah.
something like that go over well.
Are there any other gifts that you're like, oh, I wish somebody would give this to me instead of like, I don't know, whatever other gifts you get at a show?
Well, one time we did a radio session and the guy had read on our Twitter or something that I was interested in a specific artist or something, and he had printed out this like giant New Yorker profile for me, and he was like, "Here, read this in the van," and that was pretty cool to just like someone gives you something to do. You're just sitting in the van sometimes staring at your phone.
It's something so nice to read.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Another question I kind of want to ask is just about the term football money. I try to do my research, but I don't really know where that term comes from. Can you kind of explain to me?
We just made it up.
Just made it up?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we first started talking about it when it was like 2000, I don't know, whenever we were working on the record, and some soccer player, I can't remember, maybe Drogba, had just signed like a huge contract, and we just started talking about the idea of football money. It's like there's money and then there's football money.
Yeah.
And we just like the way it sounded.
Just like the way it sounded. So with your creative process, is that kind of common? That kind of way of naming things? Or? Yeah,
we just stumble into things, and if it feels good, it passes the test. You don't really have to be able to say like, well, my great grandfather used to say football money when, I don't know.
Yeah, just made it up.
While he was scratching his lottery tickets or something. No, you can just make stuff up. It's the whole fun part of being an artist.
That does sound like a really fun part. South by Southwest, what have been some of your favorite moments? Any cool food spots you've been to?
I don't know the name of any of the places that we've gone to,
yeah.
But the food's been good. I'm hoping to have more time today to hit up something, but sorry, I don't have a good answer. There's lots of great things here, but I don't know.
That's totally fine. Well, you got to check out as much as you can while you're here.
Yeah.
Lastly, just for the Radio K audience, is there anything else that you want to just say? Any shows coming up or projects or anything like that?
Yeah, hope to make it to the Midwest sometime soon.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Awesome. Well, if that's it, this is Radio K. This has been Kiwi Jr.
Thanks.